Hi, this is Donna Teft. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for the Pine Hills in Plymouth. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what's been happening this year in real estate, and specifically what's been happening in real estate at the Pine Hills. So much has changed. We've had to pivot. We've had to do things so differently. But yet, in spite of all of it, this year has been a very banner year for sales across real estate in Massachusetts, across the country, and here at the Pine Hills as well. So today I brought together two folks that are on our sales teams, and I'd like to chat with them and hear their perspectives about what they see coming for the new year and a little bit about what's happened this past year. I'd like to introduce two folks from the Pine Hills sales teams. Roz Desmond, who's on the Pine Hills Brokerage Services team. Good morning, Roz.
Good morning, thank you.
And Stacy Jerry, who's our sales manager for custom and cottage sales at the Pine Hills, as well as land sales at the Pine Hills. So folks, it's been a pretty incredible year. And you both have such amazing perspectives because you've met so many interesting people who've been seeking home at a time when it's one of the most important things in our lives. It provides refuge, a safe place to gather, and a comfort. And all those things I'm sure have resonated with each of your customers when you've spoken to them about why they're moving. So we thought it would be interesting just to have each of you tell us what kind of activity have you seen this year here at Pine Hills Brokerage Services for the resale homes, and tell us a little bit about how the team works with you.
Well, we feel really privileged that we do get to work as a team, and there are four of us. So we have Ellen Stratton, Sue Villanueva, myself, and our fabulous assistant, Susan Sorrento. And we have seen an increase of 54%.
Incredible.
Since last year, and we thought we did an amazing last 2 years. People are coming for so many different reasons. They're looking to be closer to family, even though they can't gather together with them. They're looking to have more office space, more entertaining space that's outdoors. We talked a little bit about that before. It's just crazy how people are taking this time to make the change. I don't know if it's because of the situation that we've been given, or if they've been planning this for the last 5 years, but the activity is amazing.
It's been incredible. Stacy, what have you and your team, tell us a little bit about how you work and your team works.
So a lot of times we start from scratch. You find the piece of land and then you design the home. A lot of times the home that's been in people's heads for years, right?
True.
I did have the opportunity to walk through a home that's under construction, and it is designed so perfectly for this family's flow of their life that it's exciting to see it come to life.
What types of things stood out for you this year that maybe that people were seeking? I know you mentioned offices, of course, we understand why for sure, but anything else, maybe Stacy, I'll start with you on that. What kinds of things have your buyers that are building homes, what's standing out that they're saying or wanting?
We have some incredible homes that create a courtyard area, and working with one couple who is, while they're adding the plants and the trees for the bird life and everything to come, they're also putting in water features so that they're creating a sanctuary. And we're very lucky here to have different views, because we're also learning that while people come to Pine Hills for the sense of community that we have, and you can kind of just join a group right away, it's also the different views. And we're learning that while the sense of community is important, people are also looking for different scenery.
True.
And we have several for you to choose from.
And Roz, you touched on something about why people were moving. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about that a little bit again?
Well, as Stacy was talking, I was reminded too that a lot of people are waiting until they're closer to retirement to moving here, but now with working more from home, they can make that move a little sooner than they planned.
Yeah.
And I've found that with a couple of customers that I've been working with. And they want that office space, but they're also willing to set up their office in their kitchen so that they can enjoy what maybe their spouse or the rest of their family is doing at the same time. And you keep mentioning the outdoor space, those courtyard areas, and for example, our fresco model or some of our single family homes with extensive backyards, they're planning what they can do out there.
So there particularly like any types of people that are coming, certain age groups or certain demographics that are coming this year that's been different from other years?
I just think there's a variety out there. So we have single people, we have couples, we have families that are coming. I've never seen such a wide range at one time and looking for a wide range of homes. Some people are downsizing, some people are upsizing because they're spending more time in the house.
That's very true. And you know, sometimes we like to call it right sizing, right? Because
That's perfect.
you know what was downsizing is now you're making it, you know, a right size, because sometimes you might have the same space, but your rooms are just different. You know, the way you use your space is different from maybe the home you came from, or many people are coming from apartment or condo living where the space is definitely just a flat, you know, where there's just one level. So that's also another way that people could change the way they live.
Yes.
Anything that you've seen?
Office space is definitely one of the things that people are putting in, and they're getting creative in the way that they do it. They may have her office upstairs and his office downstairs, and then they'll meet in the middle or email back and forth to each other. But I think because we were in our homes for so long, people now know the space that they want and even the flow of how they want it. So whether you're having to have, you know, kids in a school area or you're still trying to conduct business, keeping the two separated, they're just looking for a little bit more room, and they know what they want. So sometimes finding the location of where they want this new home and the new flow of their lives to go is fun. We're having a good time.
And I think people are cooking again. Kitchens
They-
are really
yes.
important.
They are.
Whether it's you know, the type of stove and the type of counter space, or just the brightness of the
Or like
kitchen,
here.
or
Yes,
like
it's
here, this would be perfect.
gathering distance. Yes. If somebody were looking or thinking about looking to either sell a home, because at Pine Hills Brokerage Services, your team, Roz, sells homes here, you know, what would you say to them about that opportunity?
Well, there is an incredible opportunity to sell your home right now. Our inventory is the lowest that we've seen it, I would say, ever here at the Pine Hills. Maybe even lower than when we first started. So
Well, it might be.
there is an opportunity. We talked a little bit this week about sellers are so proud of the Pine Hills and their home that they're so excited to pass it on to somebody else. I just think that's fabulous. They are hoping for the most perfect person to move in, that they will love what they set up.
Oh.
You know, like when you talk about designing a kitchen, they want that new buyer to enjoy that kitchen that they planned and enjoy everything about the Pine Hills.
That's awesome.
So we would love to have homeowners be ready to sell their home and share it with the next person.
So Stacy, what would you tell folks that are interested in maybe buying land and building a new home like for 2021?
Well, we've had people who never even thought about building before, and they did come walk some of our home sites, and we're excited about the views that could be captured. We have builders that know how to site homes, and so it's kind of exciting. You could just come see what we have available and see if any of the home sites have appeal, and then we could go from there.
It's awesome. It's a great team, and it's a process that you take them through very simply and easily. And at the same time, as we get all those new listings, and the Pine Hills Brokerage Services team can show you some of the homes that will be coming on the market, I'm sure, in the coming months as well.
And you can still set up appointments to come in and meet with everyone here, and they can guide you whether you're looking for a resale home or a custom home or one of our other neighborhoods.
Yes, we have an awesome team. Thanks for mentioning that. Between Pat Varzik
Yep.
and Loic McIsaac and Jean Melkis. All of them are here to greet everyone and give them the information they need in a safe and very personal way, whether it's here in person or by phone. So I really appreciate you taking some time and sharing your thoughts today. And maybe we'll revisit this early in the year and see where things are going. And maybe you can share some new neighborhoods or new news that we might have coming.
We look forward to it.
Thank
Thanks.
you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.